Let's get it. What's good? Family, what's good? What's good? I'm back with another video. Y'all know how I do. Always pushing health, wealth, man, and a better understanding of self. I wasn't even planning on going live, but I seen Mama Lisa hit me today and was like, I want you to go live. So it inspired me. I seen this story came up. Shout out to Mama Lisa, always supporting the channel. Nikki P, Trail Jackson, everybody will be showing love to the channel. Brother Reef, Doge, everybody will be tapping in. I appreciate y'all. So check it. 3 police officers got their TV turned off. It's been a lot of violence lately. We got black man hung, white man hung. We got a political guy assassinated. Now we got 3 police officers. Something seemed fishy about this to me. Even though we've been having a lot of like shootings in schools, and it's just right now things seeming a little fishy. I don't know. It's like, what's up? What's good? Call dog, what's good, man? I always appreciate you tapping in. I know you're gonna give me a good insight, but man, y'all listen, the empire is going down. The empire is going down. They self-destructing. The Caucasian nation out here self-destructing, man. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be this is big. Shout out to Call Dog, man, for tapping in. Let's see what they talking about. The 3 police officers? Somebody must have had a type of automatic.
Good evening. My name is Christopher Paris. I serve as the commissioner of.
Before we get there, y'all, I haven't confirmed this. I haven't seen it. I've seen it on the news. Y'all know me. I don't even really trust the news like that. A lot of this stuff be seeming staged to me, to be real, but I'm gonna try to get an understanding and give y'all my perspective. But
The Pennsylvania State Police. I'm going to address you this evening concerning a critical incident that's rocked the community here in York County this afternoon. The incident occurred in Caduras Township, York County. I'd like to.
Are they gonna send a National Guard? That's my point. Y'all trying to send them to Chicago and
preemptively say that there are many details which at this point we are not prepared to release given the ongoing nature of the investigation. That having been said, we would like to advise the community that there is no current active threat. The situation today involved law enforcement officers who were shot.
Man, what do you mean it ain't no active threat? It's shootings every day in different parts of America. It's an active threat on people living in America, bro. I don't know why y'all making it seem like we supposed to be numb to this type of behavior. We don't know what to expect. Caucasian nation got to get it together, man. It's about cat on cat. For real, man. They nation, they need to clean up their city, bro. We gonna have to tell them, like, bro, y'all Caucasian nation, y'all got some wild stuff. Y'all got to clean up in y'all community. I would first start with the children because it seemed like it's a link to crime and messing with children, bro. On that Caucasian shot. Y'all let me know. Am I tripping?
I can confirm that the shooter is dead. I can confirm that there were 5 law enforcement officers who were shot today.
Stop.
So
Don't get a HELOC until you know about HEI. HELOCs are loans. You borrow, pay interest, and make.
So you mean
3 fatally, 2 that were transported here to Wellspan in York. They are currently listed in critical but stable condition.
He said them YCs, right? We've been talking about YNs. They ain't got nothing. YCs is really causing damage out here, and ain't nobody really speaking up on it. You know, they've been, bro, it's been so many people knocking off the police officers, and they've been white guys, and they ain't even saying nothing. It's like, we're gonna have to start outlining this, you know, this silent white violence that they got going on that nobody trying to speak on.
The district attorney of York County, who is no stranger to this community, or in collaborating with the Pennsylvania State Police, Tim Barker. I've spoken to him. The Pennsylvania State Police has been asked to convene a major case team to conduct the lead in this investigation with the assistance and in collaboration and in partnership with the York County District Attorney. I can assure you that all of the resources of the Pennsylvania State Police are being brought to bear. There is still very much an active scene at Caduras Township, York County.
Now, if you look up York County, you ain't gonna find too many brothers out there. But we can look at this case and we can already tell that this ain't us, but it's a shame that we got to see videos of y'all shooting us down. You got your own just gunning you down and you scared of who? You scared of a kid running away from you? You shoot him down though. You hear about one of your brothers taking y'all out and it's another day at the office.
Later this evening, the district attorney will have more information to release. I can tell you that the Pennsylvania State Police have taken over calls for service.
What you mean Trevor out here tripping? Not what you mean, Trevor Jackson? Call dog. Put Trevor out here tripping. What Trevor?
For the Northern York Regional Police Department. And we will continue to do so to support our partners. I can tell you that I've spoken to the special agent in charge of the FBI out of Philadelphia, our municipal partners and county partners here in York County, and we've received multiple offers of assistance from our fellow state partners to include New Jersey and York. But we have a very large investigative scene. In being here today with our law enforcement family for the second time in 2025, I'd just like to say on a very personal note, our hearts and prayers go out to them, to the families of the deceased and the families of those officers who were wounded.
Now, this could have been a setup now.
There are simply no words that I can offer to assuage the grief that this community has experienced.
Now, it was reports that I heard that I read that they said that the man was laying down and when they came in, he was just... But I'm saying, how is all of these stories, these juicy stories coming in right now when we on the brink of like a dang civil war right now? We just got all of this weird violence, like school shootings. It's just something ain't right about these 3 police officers, man.
And unfortunately, we'll continue to experience. The grief will be unbearable, but we will bear it. So we stand here today united for our partners all across the law enforcement spectrum, and we will not rest until we've conducted a full, fair, competent, and thorough investigation into this matter. Lastly, I would simply ask to the community here in York County and beyond, all across Pennsylvania and all across our nation, if you could keep the families that were touched by this tragedy today in your thoughts and prayers. Please give them a solemn thought. And to the women and men who are working diligently right now to push this incident forward and the investigation forward and the aftermath that will have to be dealt with and persevered through.
So y'all mean to tell me, shout out to Trey Jackson, man, in the building. You say something gonna happen in Chicago. I mean, we gotta really put a hold on what's going on. It's organizations, just like they tried to admit with that kid who shot Kirk. He was in an organization that they created. It's some kind of sub-organization gang in the white communities where it's like anything goes down. And they can hide in public real well. It's like Trevor Jackson, the white one from GTA. Trev like, I know I ain't out here tripping. I knew he was. I knew for Philly wasn't talking about you, Trev. But yeah, all I'm saying is it has to be a good little network. And this don't sound like it's too many other countries and nations here, brother, where it's weird. You know, for us to really clean shop, it's like it's a lot of stuff going on. Anybody can come to this country, bro, and come here. Business, y'all seen how they had the Mitsubishi shop. The Mitsubishi had so many Asian people here that they had to take them to jail. It's like it's so much you could just come to this country, bro, and do. It's like I don't know what to say. All this violence is coming from.
Our hearts and prayers are with them. Thank you very much. I'll now turn it over to Governor Shapiro.
For real. Hey,
if you live anywhere here in the red circled area and you have an old, struggling air conditioning or heating system,
I'm start selling water heaters too, man.
This is an absolutely tragic and devastating day.
Y'all keep saying that every time we have a situation. Listen, they're fighting against each other. You right, Trail. They going down. They finna self-destruct each other. They're going to take each other out. I feel like this is what's going on, y'all. We're seeing the empire is falling. Right? It's gonna be, you know, the evil is just coming back to, you know, people who created. I think it's exposing everything. We know really who up to what. I don't be wanting to say too much on YouTube, but this seems
for York County and for the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We grieve for the loss of life for 3 precious souls who served this county, served this Commonwealth, and served this country. And we continue to pray.
Now, I'm gonna show y'all where also it's a big white on white political war going on right now. With Tucker Carlson, they saying a lot of stuff on pretty much on social media right now about America on the right side sending money overseas to foreign countries. Marjorie Taylor is running this. She's like saying, like, look, she don't want to send no money to no other country. And this is going to be, I think, the fall of the higher ups in America. I think that the empire is falling. I'm finna play a little bit of this so y'all can see, because I'm also going to play Sabby Sab. Shout out to Sabby Sab. We got to protect Sabby Sab at all costs, man. Man, she be holding it down with her research. I'm going to point out, y'all, how they're pointing out the sellouts. Like Sabby Sab just pointed out the sellouts. I got to show y'all this. It wouldn't even be right. But Sabby Sab just did her thing, and I'm going to give y'all some commentary on that. It's this YouTuber, right? Dominique DeRose, something like that. And I always seen him, and I was like, yo, this dude is weird. He got orange hair. I'm gonna show y'all. Where is it? Was it this one? I think it was this one, bro. Let me make sure. I don't even got y'all on this. Bad. My bad. Right here.
Charlie Kirk refused donations from Benjamin.
Now, in this video, I want y'all to take, I'm gonna let her explain that thing, but it's a video. It's this dude, bro, that got orange hair. His name is Dominique DeRozan, fruitcake kind of dude. Is going out and he's getting money. I seen him disrespecting black people, but we seeing where his funding is coming from. She gonna break this down, bro. And it's a couple of them. And his behavior lets me know that it's other people that's doing it. But I'm gonna let this whole play, but y'all gotta check this
already
out.
Talked about that. This is the next article that comes after that. And Candace Owens actually chimes in as well to back up some of the things that are said in that gray zone article. Now, Max Blumenthal has been making the rounds. He's all over the place.
Now, this is a very controversial subject, y'all. I feel like it's so controversial that I feel like my channel has been getting a little bit of pressure. You know, once I've been uploading videos and certain stuff we're not advertising. So, but it's like I wouldn't feel right not reporting on stuff I feel that needs to be reported. But
Place like Cray. He was recently on Judge Napolitano's show. I'm going to start with this clip and then I'm going to get into that article.
Following my September 12th report, which provided background about the pressure, the mounting pressure that Charlie Kirk was under from pro-Israel forces, from Netanyahu's cutouts in the United States, I gathered more details. The piece, it hit like a sledgehammer. It really caused a lot of, I think it spoke for a lot of people, particularly within the conservative movement, which is changing among the youth on the question of Israel. And more people started coming out, and more people started talking, and people were talking to me. And these were people who had knowledge of a tumultuous, stormy meeting held in the Hamptons during the first week of August, convened, according to multiple sources, with knowledge of this meeting, intimate knowledge of this meeting, by the billionaire ultra-Zionist financier Bill Ackman, who's close to Netanyahu and his kind of network in the United States.
It's never been easier.
Now, if y'all don't know, Candace Owens has been pretty much on these people's neck. And a lot of people feel like they need to be concerned
To
about
start a podcast, then with Riverside. Here's how it works. First, go to riverside.fm.
Charlie Kirk was summoned along with an array of young, sort of vapid, very avaricious conservative influencers who seem to be sort of in Israel's back pocket to set a very pro-Israel tone for this meeting. And Charlie Kirk was, according to one source, hammered by Ackman and others for allowing Israel critics, very prominent conservative voices like Megyn Kelly.
See, this is the fall of the clash with white people right now. It's about money. Are you going to send money to outside this country or not? And that's where the big problem is going to be, to where it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be hard for you to keep running around this issue, y'all.
Tucker Carlson or the anti-Zionist Jewish comedian Dave Smith to appear at his events. And actually, Charlie Kirk was planning to host many of these same figures again in December.
So pause for a second. Does remember when I covered what Dave Smith said at Turning Point USA, where he was telling everyone in the audience, if you're pro-life, you can't support what Israel's doing to the kids in Gaza, and there was applause in the audience. Remember we covered that, and then Tucker Carlson's speech, what he said there, and yada yada, and there was criticism there among them, of course, from Israel. Apparently, billionaire Bill Ackman had a problem with that.
Salute, bro.
Remember, Turning Point USA, one of the things we talked about is that they get a lot of money from billionaires. So I'm sure he donated to them as well. I don't know how much, but probably a lot of money. So
y'all, she gonna break down though. And I'm telling y'all, Candace better be cool. They ain't playing. Because I paid the Caitlin Cart players to pay for Charlie Kirk expenses. I ain't hear about that. But she's gonna expose some people who got that check, and this is gonna let y'all, Sabi is on her P's. And
that was a problem, and he sees it. Okay, this is something that we have to fix. Let's continue.
And he had just added to his TPUSA major, I think it's called America Fest in December, the premier critic of Israel in Congress. I didn't say Republican critic. I just said premier critic because that's what she is now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, which really reflected his shifting views. And Ackman, according to multiple sources, had this meeting to basically bully Charlie Kirk into submission. Charlie Kirk walked away, according to one person, feeling like there was an attempt to blackmail him. He refused any offers of funding and also refused the offer to.
So you see, y'all hear this now. This is what goes on up there. You control, you know. I'm not shocked. We know this kind of stuff happens, man. You know, you ever been, it's the same way, like, it's the same way if you go to jail and you go into a prison, it's always a man in there who running the house. You know, he running everything. They want us to believe that we in this jail and there ain't nobody running the house. It's just, this is the truth. It's people gonna bully you when you get in there. They're gonna make you do what they want you to do.
Travel to Israel and meet with Netanyahu, which Netanyahu disclosed in the immediate wake of Netanyahu's death. He talked about this letter. But he didn't say whether Charlie Kirk refused or accepted. I've learned since that he refused.
So very interesting statement there from Max Blumenthal. After the death of Charlie Kirk, Netanyahu was on Fox News and said, I was just talking to him. I just invited him to Israel and da-da-da-da. But to Max's point, he didn't say that Charlie Kirk had agreed to come to Israel. Back to the Marjorie Taylor Greene point that he noted, apparently it sounds like Charlie Kirk wanted to bring her on board for the Turning Point or America Fest that was happening. And that apparently seems to be an issue because Marjorie Taylor Greene has been calling out AIPAC and is against funding going to Israel. She's been very, very vocal about that. So it seems like the key problematic figures that Bill in particular had a problem with was Tucker Carlson, comedian Dave Smith, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Charlie Kirk allowing them to have a voice at Turning Point USA. And I'm going to drop another name that.
And these are all white people. We have to say that. They're talking about having a debate with their own people. See, we've been saying this stuff for years, but it's like when it comes out of your own, out of their mouth, out of the people that's you paying and you got ties to and relations with, it's just hitting a lot different. We've had our black leaders been saying all of this stuff for years, bro, talking about all of this. They don't get the credit. They don't get the credit because they don't get taken seriously because they don't really got the power. But now that you got people, white people are doing it, it's like, man, it's white on white war right now.
Bill may not have mentioned, but I'm thinking about it now. Remember when Charlie Kirk had that conversation with Cenk Uygur from TYT, and he invited Cenk to come to one of those conferences? I forget which one it was. Might have been one of the, I forget what it was, and he had that conversation with him and they were talking about like, oh, this is what I want and this is what you want, but it wasn't like a yelling match. I start to wonder about that too, if that was also an issue. But the article that just came out now from the Gray Zone, from Max Blumenthal, this guy here on the right, his name is Bill Ackman. Again, billionaire. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about him in just a second. Billionaire Bill Ackman convened stormy Israel intervention with Charlie Kirk, sources say. So listen to this, guys. A month before Charlie Kirk's killing, billionaire pro-Israel money man Bill Ackman arranged an intervention in the Hamptons, during which sources say he and others hammered Charlie Kirk for conservative leaders' growing criticism of Israeli influence in Washington. Kirk came away fretting about Israeli blackmail, sources say, as he contemplated a Catholic conversion.
Man, y'all see this? Now listen, she gonna go over some of the people who was there and took a check. And these people, you gonna see, I'm gonna show y'all, they're bashing black people online, bro. Now, I'm not trying to be too, I ain't trying to get this flag. No, Justin Jefferson. I ain't trying to get the channel flag, but I'm finna show y'all it's crazy. You gonna see If he talk like that, how he talking, we got to look at anybody that's talking like him and be like, yeah, he getting paid too.
So let's get into this a little bit more. Blackmail, does that sound familiar? Does the blackmail sound familiar? So here is the tweet from Bill Ackman. I feel incredibly privileged to have spent a day and shared a meal with Charlie Kirk this summer. He was a giant of a man. And apparently this date, September 11th, corresponds, I guess, with that timing. So you have a tweet here from Bill Ackman, which lets you know that he did have lunch with them. He'll probably try to delete that soon. Moving on here, it says that since publishing the report, oh, sorry, I went down too far.
Ever wondered what your home looks like from space?
Go over this.
Enter your address and get a 360-degree satellite view of your home right now.
Okay, there we go. Since publishing the report, the Gray Zone has learned from one attendee of the Hamptons event that Ackman convened the influencers under the auspices of a discussion about Zoran Mandami and the supposed threat he posed to the West if elected mayor of New York. Now, Bill Ackman also has been speaking out against Zoran Mandami. He also said he'll throw money at anybody to get him out of the race. That's what Bill does. He throws money. And I could see why they would believe that, because he was very vocal against him at that point in time. It goes on to say here, but the meeting went off the rails when Ackman personally confronted Kirk about his views on Israel. The public face of UK Lawyers for Israel, Natasha Hausdorff, joined in the argument and began screaming at Charlie Kirk, according to the attendee. When his host presented him with a detailed list of every offense he supposedly committed against Israel, this is crazy. Kirk was horrified, said one person. Ackman also allegedly demanded Kirk rescind his invitation for Tucker Carlson to speak at his upcoming America Fest 2025 in December. Tucker Carlson has been one of the more prominent voices on the right that has been speaking out against like giving money to Israel and the obsession that our government seems to have with Israel, because he said, I live in America. Why are we doing all this stuff for a foreign country? And Tucker Carlson has a very large platform. So I can see why they would have said, don't let him come. Plus he was already at the
I want y'all to see the black people though. I mean, if you're interested in this, but my point is, you're going to see somebody that bash black people. I'm going to show you the YouTube channel and tell me something.
Turning Point USA conference, and he spoke there, and that speech actually went kind of viral. There were even some parts where he had some agreement on the left in that speech. The whole thing was a disaster, said the attendee. The Gray Zone reported on September 12, citing a longtime associate of Kirk, that Netanyahu had offered to organize a massive infusion of pro-Israel money into TPUSA, and that Kirk refused. Another longtime friend of Kirk has told the Gray Zone that the conservative activist also rejected an offer Netanyahu delivered 2 weeks before his death to meet with him in Jerusalem. Kirk, according to one person with inside knowledge of the meeting with Ackman, said he left feeling as though he had been subjected to blackmail. That's important.
That's deep.
Especially when we're talking about Bill Ackman.
Watch this.
Because
show him out.
Where else have we heard about the blackmail? Epstein. What does that have to do with Bill Ackman? You're going to find out if you don't know about that already. Here we go again with the blackmail. If you don't do this, I'm gonna people are gonna find out about blah blah blah, right? More blackmail. And I believe this is what's been going on with a lot of people. I believe that Israel has been doing this to American politicians, and that's why more of them are not speaking up about these Epstein files. I think there's a lot of people in powerful and political positions in this country that are actively being blackmailed by Israel, by the Mossad. Just keeping it real with you. Let's continue on here.
People, hold on.
In a series of text messages with the Gray Zone, Bill Ackman described these account of his meeting with Kirk as totally false. He pledged to release a public statement providing his own account of the event, but refused the Gray Zone's request for clarification or further details. He would not accept phone calls from this reporter. So for those who are wondering, they did reach out to Bill Ackman, and apparently it seems like they have text messages, so they have proof just in case he says nobody contacted him. I think I can easily put this to bed, Ackman promised. I have receipts. as they say. He did not abide when asked to provide the so-called receipts. This is another trick that is often done. I have receipts, but then they don't actually provide anything.
Xavier's when it's getting
We
beat
all know
up
this
right
trick,
here.
right?
Watch
So
this.
going further, in an apparent bid to reinforce the pro-Israel tone at the Hamptons meeting, Ackman hosted a pro-Israel operatives and conservative influencers at the off-the-record engagement. One was Instagram influencer Xavier DeRusso of PragerU. That guy, I remember him. Reached by phone by the Gray Zone, DeRusso sounded flustered when asked about his presence at the meeting. He repeatedly demanded to know how this reporter obtained his number and eventually hung up, refusing to answer questions about the event. Several Instagram posts by DeRusso show him and his friend, conservative influencer Emily Wilson, in the Hamptons on August 8th outside the Topping Rose House, a posh hotel and restaurant in Bridgehampton, New York. Here's the pictures here. So that's Xavier DeRusso.
Bro.
Do you guys remember this guy? I think you guys are probably, you're familiar.
I'm gonna bring y'all to the man channel, bro. And if you hear how the man speak on black people, bro, it makes sense. It makes sense now. I'm like, dang, but now it makes me understand. Look at Officer Tatum. His channel is just like Officer Tatum. I'm gonna let y'all see that. It's crazy, bro. You're gonna be like, dang, now he was at the event
with him.
He done got a check.
So he was the one, and I think they show the picture here where he said he went to Israel and he was in combat uniform or whatever. 2 weeks after the meeting, DeRusso was reportedly junketed on an all expense paid trip by the Israeli government to visit a Gaza Humanitarian Foundation aid hub guarded by the IDF on the Gaza frontier. There, he recorded an Instagram video denying that the population of the besieged Gaza Strip was experiencing famine. So yeah, let me fast forward to show you.
Here's what a whole home water filtration system should cost in 2025. Tap below to check pricing.
Black man, bro.
That picture. Do you guys remember this? Yeah. So this is all a setup. I told you about the GHF, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, how it's disgusting actually what they do. And Anthony Aguilar came onto the show to talk about what was really happening at those aid sites. These are just influencers that are being paid to perpetuate a lie. So keep that in mind. So I know some of you remember. So you see how we're starting to connect the dots a little bit here. And then let's go back up to tell you the people who were at this Hampton event. So at this event, Seth Dillon, he's the CEO of Babylon Bee, Xavier DeRusso, who I just mentioned, who's employed by PragerU, and supposedly was, I'm in combat gear here, hanging out with, look, nobody's starving. Emily Wilson, AKA Emily Saves America. She's a LA-based self-described libertarian podcaster and social media influencer with over 500,000 followers on Instagram. So I forgot about this. On September 9th, she recalled on Twitter how a huge black guy robbed her when she was 13. I remember that. Aaron Wexler is a former Goldman Sachs trader seeking cachet in the world of online influencers, also a Zionist. Natasha Hausdorff, the legal director of Zionist advocacy group UK Lawyers for Israel. Nate Friedman, young ultra-Zionist influencer in New York. He's one of the ones that confronts Palestinian activists. Ori Renat is the former special media advisor to Jared Kushner. And CJ Pearson, who is the chair of the Republican National Committee's Youth Advisory Council. So you can see them here. So it says that is CJ on the left, that's Emily, and that's Xavier, and we don't know who this dude is here on the right. Right?
Look at that, bro.
So you see how people will just sell out for money.
Bro. No black man that's standing on real business. This is what I don't like, bro. When they try to get these people, they represent us, bro. And it's like, you gonna get the most zestiest, soft, and then they put them in and they like try to like this is black people. Like, bro, this is what we see all over the internet. But I don't mean I gotta show y'all this because this bozo dude, right? And I was calling him a bozo before I even knew him. It was just I'm hearing what he was saying on here, right? But this dude actually tried to put out a video. He's seeing his name circulating about this. And this is what the little he looked like Young Thug. Look. Was I paid to visit Israel? So he's gonna try to answer that. This was a day ago. He ain't really getting nobody want to watch this fruit.
Hey cousins, welcome to another episode of Respectfully. I have been waiting for a little bit of time to do this whole debrief of my trip to Israel because one, every time I looked at the photos and videos, I just got sad and one.
Y'all gotta bear with me because it's hard for me to even pay this any attention, but I'm trying my best just to get through this.
To go back there. But two, y'all have had me fighting for my life, literally fighting for my life on the internet, all because of one little scandal, because I did a walk with me in Gaza next to the humanitarian aid. We'll get into all that tea in just a moment. Now, that being said, I had an incredible time there, but I also learned a lot. This trip was different from some of my other trips in the sense that I went to the West Bank, which I have before, but this was my first time, I think, going to the West Bank during the conflict, if I remember correctly. I also went to Gaza for the first time, and that was crazy and absolutely broke the internet, and so many other incredible things that happened, as well as I went to, never beating the allegations with this, but I actually did go.
Now, mind you, he went in these people's business. He went over there and act like they ain't doing nothing. Oh, they ain't doing nothing over there. Like, why is you in these people's business? Why is you in these people's war? Yo, fruity looking self, what do you got to do with these people going to war? It has nothing to do with you. And you an influencer. You are literally an influencer. Bro.
To an Israeli intelligence exhibit. I was invited to go, and it was a huge honor to go. And it's an exhibit that's going to be open to the public soon. But I got to get an early look over at it. So we're going to be talking about all this today, as well as talking about the allegations. Was I paid to go to Israel? That is what everybody's asking me. And you're only getting that answer on my show, where I actually get paid. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
That's all we need to know.
Welcome to Respectfully.
Listen, that's all you need to know. He's saying, I'm going to do this on my channel where I get paid. You got paid to do it, bro. We can tell. Look at the color of his hair. If you see somebody walking, listen, the guy, they just found the guy who he was a rapper. It was a 15-year-old girl in the car. He got the same kind of hair. I don't trust black people that got gold hair, bro. Blonde hair, I don't trust you. I don't want nothing to do with you, bro. Don't even come around me. If you see somebody around me, bro, black with blonde hair, slap me. Because there's no way. I can't trust them. I seen too many and they deceitful, bro. It's like, what make you don't like the natural color of your damn hair? That's a sign like you don't like black people, bro. He only influenced the weak, most people. It's just like to see them using our culture like this, bro. It's just like, damn, it's disrespectful. My bad, y'all. We gonna get through this together.
Y'all really hate to see a brother get his shekel up. That is what I'm starting to learn. Y'all hate to see a brother go to Gaza. Okay. So before I get into all the tea and the messiness of this trip and some of the stuff.
A brother go to Gaza, bro. You ain't no bro. Whoever told you, whoever lied to you, bro, and told you you was that, we don't claim you, bro. We don't even claim you no more. It's only when you went and dyed your hair.
That I learned. I want to just talk about how incredible of a time I had in Israel. I feel like this was one of the most fun trips. I mean, every time I go there, I feel like I fall more and more in love fall more and more in love with Israel, to the point where everyone's like, when are you going to make Aliyah and just move here?
You getting money.
Don't think I won't. Don't think I'm not tempted to move there. I have the time of my life every single time. Oh, excuse me. The food, the culture, the people, everything. I have some highlights just here for you. If we can scroll through a few of these. So first of all, I had my first Israeli wedding experience, which I did not ask to be crowd surfed. I was minding my business and got picked up by an IDF soldier, and he literally just put me up on top of this,
Diddy and
this
that
crowd
boy.
of people. But they try to say that they hate black people in Israel. This is debunking that.
Man, they got that boy. They running the train on that boy out there, man. They running
Right there. Okay. Literally at the time of my life. Let's see what else. We have another video from that wedding. This is my good friend Yehuda. If you have not yet watched my 100 Days After October 7th mini doc, that is actually the guy who came with me all over the Gaza Strip to record it. And he was really like an emotional support system for me while I was in Israel. I actually get really emotional just talking about the guy because when we went there right after October 7th, I was so stressed out. I couldn't believe I was there. It was just a lot going on. You could still smell the death in the air. And for him to be someone that actually lives in Israel, for this to be so much closer to home for him as a Jewish Israeli, I really...
Now, I can't take it, y'all. We know he got paid. I'm with you, Trail. We know he got paid. I can't take it no more. But listen, they're in the middle of a war. And you feel comfortable? Like, bro, it's certain neighborhoods I don't even feel comfortable pulling in. I know it ain't no war, really, but it's like, you telling me, bro, you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable enough going to another country where they at war. And it's cool. And you will go party and all of that. Yeah, man. I mean, we done with them, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to, we got through that one together. But that's what we got going on. This is what we got going on in the community, man. They selling us out, y'all. They selling us out, man. Let me put this up there, man. I'm gonna take a few calls, man. Hear what y'all say. And we gonna close this one out. But yeah, man, I had to speak on it. It wouldn't even be me if I ain't speak on it. It's too much sugar, man. I'm telling y'all, they is having that man going over there and getting, he know how he getting that money. But here nor there, man. Y'all hit y'all want to hit the line, bro, and speak on any of this. I want to know how y'all feel about it. Oh, hold on. I got to get my phone. Where my phone at? That sucks. Oh, you may can't. Oh, I got it. Yeah, man, it is. It's making me but y'all know I had to give y'all the information. Now they just cut. The Fed just had the Fed cut. And I think stocks and everything finna be going up. They just cut the interest rates down. But that was a crazy time, man. White, listen, they gonna self-destruct. They headed for self-destruction. I think, man, I think America gonna go back to its rightful owner, man. That's how I feel. I feel like everything gonna revert back to how it should be. It's, they're gonna cancel each other out, but I'm disappointed in this. Don't let your kids wear this gold hair. I'm finna tomorrow I'm finna start telling jits to listen. You see any of these jits when you make fun, you do not let any of these kids think it's okay to wear their hair gold or blonde. I'm telling y'all gotta make that not cool. I don't know what it is. I never liked it. What is the question and topic? I don't know, man. I mean, ain't really no question and topic, bro. We ain't really having nothing. That's what you want to tell the people, man. How you feel? Give them your perspective. Hit the line. But crazy things going on right now. Did you see your boy Trump? You need to call in. The topic is your boy Trump pulling out that seat for them people across the water. I want to know how you feel about that. You were saying Trump, the greatest president ever. Trump ain't standing on business.
Yo,
Doge, what's good, man? I'm glad you called in.
welcome
What's good, man?
back. What's popping, water guy?
What's good, man? So what's good? How you feel about Trump, man? How you feel about Trump?
That's a phenomenal question. I voted for this.
You voted for this.
Yeah. I want
You
to
voted for all this violence?
I voted for this. How I want to take into account things that your Trump voters like myself may
Right.
not have taken into account. And certain things that I may not have taken into account as a Trump voter is those who are also associated,
With Trump.
you know?
Right.
Exactly. So, in hindsight, would I vote again if I could in 2028? You damn Skippy.
You gonna vote again, right? But what did you learn from this election though? Did you learn anything where you like, oh, like what you just said, like you voted for Trump, but it's probably some people that's associated with Trump that you probably don't align yourself with, but you align yourself with Trump. That's what you're saying?
That's how I looked at it in the very beginning. However, I have a much clearer picture and understanding.
Right.
Week by week, month by month.
Right. So this is my question to you, right? Do you feel like, right? I put a picture on my post. I showed a picture of Trump opening the chair for your boy. I ain't even gonna say his name. And a lot of white Americans, a couple of white Americans that I knew had sent me that. I mean, they didn't like that. They were like, I don't like how Trump, what the hell is he doing? Like, I feel like a lot of people in the white community are growing a little bit upset with Trump. Are you having that same sentiment?
Not at all. I mean, there's certain things that I voted for specifically, and this to get if I'm on a secure line, because here at the Department of Government Efficiency, it's not always like that.
Yeah, don't talk.
However, I'll speak as candid as I can. All right, I saw the picture with Netanyahu, and I'm not sure if that's AI.
No, that's real.
Give or take.
No. It's a video of that. That's real. He pulled out the chair for somebody else.
I'll give you my take on this.
Go ahead.
Usually, like when Trump would invite people into the hot chair, right? Say if it's the president of South Korea, the president of Japan or wherever, Finland, he likes to posture up, you know? And like his presence while he sits upward, it makes the other person look like they're smaller than him. You feel me? He does that a lot on optics. Every now and then you might see like a president like of France. He may get the picture of like, oh, I'm not gonna let Trump get one up on me. But this picture right here with Netanyahu does look like he took a step back. And the behavior of that is like, it appears that someone's in charge and someone is like a superintendent.
Exactly. I'm saying you, grown man, you meet, you doing business with somebody. Y'all go have dinner. Do you open his chair? Do you pull his chair out so he can sit down and tuck him in? Do you tuck him in the bed and sit down and then have that and have dinner with him, or do you just how you do with people you cool with, friends?
normally, if it was a welcome home party, perhaps I would. But in this situation, I can't see how come it would be a welcome home party, you know? So it is peculiar to the American citizen. Like, why would you be doing all that? Is this a welcome home party or not?
Right.
You know?
But
So
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm just showing you like how the people feel. A lot of y'all was Trump. But you know, we looking at Trump, and he looking like a, you know, he looking like Dominique in that picture. He looking like the little fruitcake right there. I was like, bro, that's fruitcake. That's fruitcake behavior, bro. I don't play that, bro. If any of my homeboys would have did that to me, bro, I would have checked them, bro. Don't be opening my chair like that, bro. Like, we not. I don't know. That's just me. That's why I want to get with how y'all feel.
my first picture of something startling to me years back was when I seen President Trump, before he was President Trump, with Mayor Giuliani, and Mayor Giuliani was cross-dressing as a trans. You can always Google that one up. It was an Entertainment Tonight promo, and Trump smells. He tells Rudy Giuliani, "Oh, you smell good. You look fabulous." And still to this day, you can see it, but it's just I've always was like, damn, you know, that was like, hey man, I that was the past. I did say that was the past, you know, and
right. So listen,
you can't find nothing like that on me.
Right. Hey, listen, we ain't on you. Listen, we ain't on that. I'm saying, right, we can't find out that you. I'm talking about this man. If you find out that Trump participated in some weird behaviors over there in the land, just like you see this weirdo dude, he goes over there. I'm saying, couldn't that make you change your mind about Trump, and maybe he could be an agent? You know, we got
great question,
bro. We got $1 million slave.
Is no, because we got business to handle, and the one thing I could tell you what I see happening is this, sir. All right.
Yeah.
We got there's recruiting going on. Yeah, you know. So if you understand Civil War, or what a lot of folks have been thrown into the atmosphere lately, Civil War Part 2, you had to have your right type of Negroes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the North, they had their Negroes, and in the South, they had their Negroes. Well, this is not quite a North or South situation. And I want to be honest, too.
Right.
It gets Doge a little nervous talking about Civil War when people need to understand Civil War was much bloodier than World War II and World War I combined. You understand?
Yeah,
close.
but my point is, we don't even have to have a civil war. It's just the problem is it's a lot of control that is forced control, and it's like it's white America is starting to understand, and they starting to, you know, it's hard to control their leaders over there. You get what I'm saying?
Well, since this is the case of white America, that's exactly what the white Americans were fighting over.
Now, when I say white American,
also themselves.
Right, but when I say white Americans, I'm talking about everybody from the European descent. I don't care if you can't not claim European. It's like I'm talking about all of that. You feel me?
Yeah, just like how the girl from Cincinnati and the other Russians, they became white American real quick.
Right.
Overnight.
Yeah,
they got deputized overnight.
So
hands off Holly.
Trail Jackson said it will be a class war, not a race war. I don't even listen. Even with the class war, I think people are waking up, bro. Like even with classes, you got $1 million slaves. You got people we're seeing right now. There are people that got a lot of money and they're still slaves. They can get it all taken from them and they don't have nothing. So it's like classes is really we more in common with each other than we is with the uber rich people. That's the classes. All of that separate that they try to do, that don't mean nothing. It's all of the regular people here, and then it's people that got power and control. That's it. It ain't no different, you know. It's only two classes, bro. It's the haves and the haves not. Trevor Jackson.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely right. I also want to point out, Water God, because I usually don't try to get into that conversation, but I do see the symptoms of how the pattern keeps on emerging each and every time. And when these YCs keep on doing these crimes, these violence, they like passing the hot potato, and you know, Tyrone gets the hot potato also. Who, me? And it's a gun in his hands, and it's a glove in his hands, and knives, and you know, like, you did it. It's your turn. Oh hell no! If we look at how history has gone, whether it's in Rosewood, you know the real start of Rosewood, correct?
Yeah. Blacktown, not too far from me. Florida.
And we can go just into the movie version of it. Say, for instance, like the movie version of it by John Singleton, 1995 Rosewood movie. So good film study. It basically started over a white female who was having an affair on her husband. She was fucking on another YC. All right, and the YC went to up and leave after he beat it up. And she started tripping on him, like, where you going? And he just clocked her. Pop. He's like, get the hell off me, woman. I ain't your man. And she had a big shine and she had a black eye in the movie.
So,
and she had to make sense of she had to make sense of it. And she had to make sense of it, and she all of a sudden made sense of it. It's like, I got this big shiner. What am I gonna do? Who gave it to me?
Oh, I pointed on the black person.
I'm a serious nigga.
Right. So check this out.
And it's a, wait,
Y'all did me, bro. Yeah, y'all, let me here. I had to, man. I don't know what's going on, man. My internet got shot. But I just had to tap in to let y'all know, man. The internet, I don't know what happened. They cut me all the way off. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, though, for real. But I see. But yeah, I'm on the phone right now. But yeah, man, the internet, I gotta see what. It seems like they just zapped my internet, bruh. My whole internet like crazy. Can't even come on. But yeah, y'all was going in, but I'm trying to figure out what the heck going on with this. But yeah, we chopped it in on this, and I'm gonna chop some of this and put it on the on YouTube. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for tapping it in. But yeah, 3 police officers got killed. Y'all see, I covered my girl Sabby Sab. Shout out to her. Shout out to we talked about Trump. They really listening. But they really listening. Bro, my whole internet is down right now. I don't know what's going on everywhere. Like, I gotta figure out what's going on. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I'm gonna jump back on tomorrow for sure live. I just wanted to get in and do that. I'm gonna fix this internet thing, but they really listening. I don't know. It could not be. I don't want to throw everything on the people, but listen, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and I'm gonna be tapping in live. I may have to get on another. I'll be live on Rumble too, y'all. So I'm gonna I'm gonna try to veer y'all over there so I can talk freely. I ain't gotta say all that weirdo. So I'm gonna go live tomorrow, but I'm gonna be trying to get everybody on the Rumble, bro, because I don't want no problems. I just want to be able to speak freely. But I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love.